What's that sound? It's For Amusement Only, the EM and Bingo Pinball Podcast.
Welcome back to For Amusement Only. This is Nick Baldridge. Today I wanted to talk glass for a moment, but not bad glasses. This time it's playfield glass that's my concern. I can't tell you the number of times that I received a game, either to work on or of my own, that had non-tempered playfield glass. Usually I know this because the edges are quite a bit sharper than its tempered brethren. Also, it's a bit thinner. It feels like handling a window pane instead of handling a pretty sturdy, sizable chunk of glass. The thing to remember about non-tempered glass is that when it breaks into shards, just like dropping a drinking glass or a plate. It will change into deadly shards that can slice you up. It can be very dangerous if it breaks. Also, it doesn't take a whole lot of force to break non-tempered glass. The tempered glass is heat treated, and that's what gives it its strength. If you were to hit it directly on, it won't break, except in rare instances where there's already cracking due to hits on the edge. Now, on the edge, tempered glass is very weak, and if you were to hit it with a hammer on the edge, it would shatter into a bajillion pieces. If it breaks in a game, you're going to be upset because you're going to have to vacuum out all those many billions of pieces of glass, but you should be thankful that it's that versus tiny shards or large shards which can slice and dice. When I was first introduced to tempered glass in pinball machines, my first thought was what they use in auto windshields. It's a similar deal, and they call it safety glass there, but it's the same idea. When it breaks, it shatters into billions of pieces instead of large chunks that can hurt you. So when you get a game, you should check to make sure that it's got tempered glass. If you're unsure if it's got tempered glass, replace it. It's better to be safe than sorry, especially on something that can hurt you gravely. So, I still have one game that has a piece of non-tempered glass in it, and that's my 1947 exhibit Mystery. The reason why I don't have a piece of tempered glass is because it's an odd size, and I've got to go to a glass shop, and I've been lazy and cheap. But it's got a big scratch in it, and scratches lead to breaks, and it's about time. So, how do you order a piece of tempered glass, especially if it's a non-standard size? When you go to the glass shop, you want to tell them that you want it with no logos and clear. If you don't specify clear, it'll come with a green tint, and if you don't specify no logos, then there will be small safety logos in various places on the pane of glass that say tempered. And it could be in the middle of the glass, it could be on the edge of the glass, it could be just about anywhere. The other thing you want to ask for, especially if you're not a cheapskate, and this is something that I don't skimp on, is that you want them to round the edges. If they don't round the edges, then it's still possible to cut yourself fairly easily on a piece of tempered glass. Glass cuts are pretty awful. I've had glass cuts from non-tempered glass, and they are pretty horrible. They happen quickly, and they bleed a lot. So, not fun for anybody. So, as a reminder, check your glass, change it if you're not sure if it's tempered or not, and stay safe. Well, thank you again for listening. My name again is Nick Baldridge. You can reach me at foramusementonlypodcast@gmail.com. You can find us online at foramusementonly.libsyn.com, and you can listen to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Pocket Casts, via RSS, or on Facebook, or even on our website. Thanks again for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.